In news from Sri Lanka, Sri Lanka's parliament has extended a state of emergency declared by President Ranil Wickremesinghe in a bid to get a grip on a political and economic crisis that has forced a change of leadership while trying to find a way out of the country's worst economic crisis.
Sri Lanka's parliament approved the extension of a state of emergency for a month on Wednesday, lawmakers said, in a bid to get a grip on a political and economic crisis that has forced a change of leadership. Then acting President Ranil Wickremesinghe had declared a state of emergency on July 17. It allows for the military to be given powers to detain people, limit public gatherings and search private property. The extension means it will continue for a month before it must be approved again. Wickremesinghe won a parliamentary vote to become president 3 days after he declared the emergency, and a week after Gotabaya Rajapaksa fled the country and resigned from his post of president in the face of widespread protests. The country of 22 million people has been crippled by an economic crisis, with shortages of fuel, food and other necessities. The protest, which culminated with crowds swarming into the official presidential residence before Rajapaksa fled on July 13, have largely fizzled out. Also on Wednesday, Rajapaksa was granted permission to stay a further 14 days in Singapore, where he landed 2 weeks ago via Maldives, Reuters quoting its sources reported. The Singaporean government has said he has not been granted asylum but was in the country on a private visit. Wickremesinghe, who served 6 terms as Prime Minister, took over as President in a parliamentary vote after Rajapaksa quit. He has outlined plans to have a donor conference involving India, China and Japan after Sri Lanka secures a rescue line from the International Monetary Fund (IMF). He said on July 18 that negotiations with the IMF were nearing a conclusion